What is the system? How do we define it? And what does the system want? Does it want you to stay poor and enslaved? Or does it want something else? Does it want anything at all? Can it want anything? Is it alive? There's a lot of conspiracy theorists around that are discussing something similar along those lines. That means that we have the authority and ability to decide how do we live our life, right? I know that I'm in control. I'm in the power to change things. And I wish everyone who watches this video, everyone who is thinking right now that your situation is really tough, is really challenging, I want to send you some encouragement, and I want to send you some positive energy and the knowledge, the absolute truthful knowledge. If you're still asking yourself, does the system want you to suffer? Is the system designed to be rigged and unfair? Now you know the correct answer, my friend. Hi, hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Marina and this is my Worth on Earth space on YouTube. Here I'm talking on many different topics related to personal development, personal growth, of course spiritual growth, because this is going hand in hand with our personal growth as well. Subscribe to my channel so you never miss a new interesting video that will help you to stay more healthy, happy, to be fulfilled, to find your life purpose, your destiny, and genuinely just enjoy your life much more. So today we're going to be talking on a very provocative topic. I think you got interested by reading the title of this video. Does the system want you to stay poor? Does the system want you to be enslaved? I know, sounds clickbaity. But hey, that's what everyone is thinking these days. I talk to a lot of people, some of my clients, because I'm also a life coach. So a lot of people these days are asking these questions themselves. There's a lot of conspiracy theorists around that are discussing something similar along those lines. And I wanted to shed some light to bring positivity, to release the tension and anxiety that a lot of people feel right now around this topic. So let's discuss what is the system, how do we define it, and what does the system want? Does it want you to stay poor and enslaved? Or does it want something else? Does it want anything at all? Can it want anything? Is it alive? So stay tuned to answer all of these questions together with me. If you are interested to receive more curated and more interesting content specifically to your email box, feel free to subscribe to my newsletter. The link is down below in the comments. And I will be happy to share with you my findings and hope to improve your life, make it a little bit better. So today's topic, as I already said, is provocative, and it will require for you to use your intuition and to use your inner knowing if something sounds familiar, if it sounds right. So how do I define the system within this video? So we're all living in a society. We are all part of the society in our community, in our country, and on our continent, and of course on planet Earth, right? So the community is basically the human community, right? We belong to humanity. Because humans have the ability to think and to think on purpose, we have consciousness, we create this sort of mass of information that includes our common shared beliefs, some contradictory beliefs, it includes our values, ideas, it includes the rules according to which the society works. And all of this, this accumulation of rules, regulations, beliefs, thoughts, ideas, creative ideas as well, is the system. It's organized in a certain way that it belongs to planet Earth where humans live. So all of us are thinking, all of us are experiencing something, are feeling something, and all of this belongs to the system that we are all part of. In other words, you can call the system society or community as well. So does the system have a willpower, and does it want us something? Does it want us to conform? I would say that on a very logical level, of course, the system as being an accumulation and sort of quote-unquote alive, metaphorically speaking, The system does want to survive, and it's very biological as well. Our human society, humans, we all want to survive on an individual level, and we want to survive on the level of the society, of the community. That's very logical, and the system or humanity wants to survive as well. So the goal of the system is, of course, first survival, preserving its natural neutral state, and hopefully developing, growing, and on individual level it's procreation, and on a mass level it's growing and expanding. So the system, however alive you believe it is, it's just an accumulation of all of us trying to survive together and move on with our lives and with the life of the society. Does the system want to operate itself on the most efficient, relevant, healthy level it can possibly do? Yes, of course, the system does want to survive and it wants to be stable. However, for everything to stay stable, it has to change. This very paradoxical phrase that I really, really like, and I've been reminded of it actually a couple of days ago, yet again. So in order for everything to stay as it is right now, it has to keep changing, which means that the society is undergoing through a series of changes all the time in order to preserve the order and the society the way it is, so that everything is organized, everything is working, and there is no anarchy, there is no frustration, and maybe there is confusion and things like this. The society wants to stay stable. And down to an individual level, maybe that feels like we are denied our free will, we are denied our freedoms, because it feels like the system just wants us to conform. What does conformity mean? It means that all of us are living very standardized life, and we are not allowed, again, quote unquote, to express our individuality. And this tension, these two polarities have been happening for as long as humanity exists. Some people want to be individuals, they want to have the freedom, and they feel like they might be affected from the outside, and the society wants to enslave them, it wants to take away their freedoms, take away their ability to decide for themselves. And this tension provides a lot of frustration, a lot of anxiety, a lot of fear, but also a lot of anger and a lot of violence. Whenever we see polarity in the society suffers either way, because the polarity is not meant to be a normal state of existence. Of course, we are not meant to be very stable, conserved and preserved in one state. We are meant to experience different sides, different opinions, different ways of living life, but we're never meant to live in polarities, because that's just unhealthy for an organism to live in constant stress. So for those people that believe that the system is designed unfairly, it's designed to discriminate against people, it's designed to keep us enslaved, unhappy, stressed, burned out, I want to say that even though it might seem to be like this, the system actually itself is neutral. It's not designed to provide any specific experience for people, whether good or bad. The system is not designed to make everyone happy, and the system is also not designed to make everyone enslaved and unfree. The thing is that the system is not really designed per se. The system is a living being, if you wish, and it's consistently changing. And the only thing that the system needs is to keep being, keep living. So it keeps changing everything in order to provide for that stability, so that it can survive and keep living on. Which means good news for us, that the system is not designed in any particular way. That means that we have the authority and ability to decide how do we live our life, right? We have the freedom of decision. We have the freedom of deciding where do we live, how do we live, of course, to a certain degree, because there is a beautiful interplay between all the freedoms that we have and something that is our condition, and we have to submit to that condition, whatever that is. We have to accept it, but we also are given the opportunity to experience the vastness of human life, the vastness of experiences that are existing around us, accepting the condition that we are given. And what I am really advocating for is that we stop fighting where we don't have to, because it's way easier to live our life when we accept certain things that we can't change, and we focus on those things that we can change, of course. And I know it's also a very provocative topic, and a lot of people might feel like I'm just telling everyone to accept whatever whatever is happening around us, to accept maybe inequality, to accept something that is not fair. That's not what I'm talking about here, guys. So please don't be mad at me. That's not what I'm asking for. What I'm asking for is that we stop unnecessary stress. We stop inflicting this suffering upon us where we don't have to. We just accept that, yeah, okay, right now, this is where I am. Yeah, like my life might not be the best, might not be the easiest, and might not even be what I really want. Maybe it's completely the opposite of what I always wanted. But okay, the first step is that I stop actively fighting, I stop actively struggling with life. I just accept where I am right now. Yes, these are the conditions that are surrounding me right now. Okay, all right, I accept it, because the moment we accept something, we also exert our power over it, because acceptance is the expression of our power and our consciousness over something. When we witness something, we accept its presence and existence, we also assert ourselves at the same time. So once we have accepted this situation that we are living in right now, the next step is, of course, to accept our responsibility. And at the same time, same as before, accepting our responsibility is also asserting our willpower, asserting that we are the actors. We are not NPCs in this life game happening around us. So accepting responsibility means that I know that I'm in control. I'm in the power to change things. And when I accept my responsibility, it also means that I decide what happens next. I make a decision, I take an action, and then I receive the consequences of my action. That's what responsibility is. And by the way, that's also what adulthood means as well. Being an adult means that we are responsible for our actions, also for our thoughts and our feelings. So after we have accepted something, we accepted our responsibility for it, then the next step is to change it if we don't like it, to do the action that we believe is the best, the most adequate, the most ethical, the most reasonable as well, to change our circumstances and to change our environment. Of course, not everyone can change our life dramatically, immediately. Like you realize that you are living in the place that you don't like, maybe people surround you, not your type of people, and you hate it and you have tensions, but hey, calm down. Everything is fine. You can always change that, but you cannot change something from the perspective of a struggle, meaning that you cannot inflict pain to counteract the pain that you received yourself. You can only heal everything with love, with acceptance, with calmness, with ease. And that requires some mastery, that takes practice, and that takes a certain level of maturity, of course. So I would really like to urge everyone who is feeling right now very stressed, depressed, anxious, angry, outraged. I want to urge everyone to just calm down, relax, and stay in stillness for a little while. Just allow yourself to be still, to stop fighting, to just sit down and take a pause, take a breath. Try to release the tension from your body, from your mind, from your emotions. Release all of them. You don't need all of that baggage. It's not good for you. It's not healthy for you. It's not bringing any positive change. It's not going to heal you, and it's not going to heal anyone else around you. And after you take this pause, I would love for you to invite wisdom, to invite knowledge, to invite some sort of enlightenment about the situation that you're in right now. Accept it with humility, but also accept it with excitement, because once you realize something, you actually are given a chance to change it, to decide if you want to keep the situation and the environment the same as it was before, or you want to change it. So, of course, every change that we see in the world starts within ourselves, right? And I wish everyone who watches this video, everyone who is thinking right now that your situation is really tough, is really challenging, I want to send you some encouragement, and I want to send you some positive energy and the knowledge, the absolute truthful knowledge and a factual knowledge that you can change it. You can have a better life and you can change it completely yourself, because the whole world will assist you in that. And coming back right now to the very question of this video, does the system want you to stay poor? Does the system want to enslave you, to keep you unhealthy? Of course not. The system is interested in you being the most prosperous, the most happy, the most fulfilled human being you can ever be. The system wants you to realize your potential. Why? Because every one of us is given a certain amount of energy, is given some abilities and talents, and all that the system wants, the society, the universe, the God, call it whatever is more comfortable for you, all of this just wants you to thrive. Because when you are thriving, you're sending the ripple effects of thriving to everyone else around you. When you balance yourself, you can immediately balance other people energetically, mentally, emotionally as well. So the moment you are thriving, you make your environment thrive as well. And what does the world, what does the universe want? It wants everyone to thrive, because the universe is based on the principle of love, the principle of acceptance, calmness, relaxation. And whenever we are embodying these principles in our life, we are rewarded tenfold by the universe, because we are nudged to experience these feelings and emotions as much as possible and to share it with others. So in conclusion to this video, if you're still asking yourself, does the system want you to suffer? Is the system designed to be rigged and unfair? Now you know the correct answer, my friend. So yes, that was it for today. Please let me know in the comments if you have also been asking yourself these questions, because I definitely was, and I can see a lot of people right now especially are focusing on these questions as well. These questions are not easy to ponder, because we do see some inequality, we see suffering around us, but we should rest assured that this is not by design. The system is not designed for anyone to suffer. Let me know if you think the same, or maybe you think different. Let's have a dialogue about that. Please like this video if you liked it, if you want to see more videos like this. Subscribe so that you don't miss any new additions and answers to questions that are probably provocative as well. Share it with your friends that might find consolation and benefits in these videos. And yeah, I will see you again next time, guys. Bye.